What up, Ganja Gang?
Hey, gang, gang, gang.
Chris and Nicole are back at it again with another reaction. Today we're going to be reacting to Made in Abyss Season 2, Episode 4.
Friend.
And in the last episode, we fully got to explore the village of the Hollows.
Yeah.
And then
exciting.
Yeah, it was crazy exciting.
It was so crazy seeing everything.
We had to learn so many things, like about their economy, this whole value system.
Yeah.
And then
balancing.
the balance. Oh my god, that was horrible.
Yeah, I know.
What a horrifying series of events that happened.
Don't destroy other people's property.
Exactly. And at the end, we got to get a glimpse at Faputa, a new character, apparently a very high and mighty, important character.
Hime.
So yeah, let's check out what's up with Faputa, what's going on here, and I'm excited.
Let's go.
Oh, starting off strong.
I know.
Ooh, she speaks.
What does that mean?
Oh, she got the symbol there. The guy has a symbol right here.
Whoa.
Oh, damn.
Whoa.
She's fast.
Whoa, multiple arms. Oh.
Scent of the sun. Similar to Nanachi.
Oh.
Susu. Oh my gosh, they know each other.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
It's coming back to him. What?
Oh. Oh.
Oh, what's happening?
What's happening? Oh. Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa, this is so what?
Whoa.
So cool.
Whoa.
Dude, took Reg. Crazy.
No. Tomodachi.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
君はまだ自分の価値を得る。ここでの取引、価値必要だよ。
Oh yeah. Best hollow.
まあ間近じゃ。あれリコの言い分でメーニャの価値が決まったのか。
違うよ。
Oh, some clarification here.
Oh.
前も言った。村は皆の欲
Oh.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
からだよ。
Signals.
頭の中の
足りないもっと深い。
Deeper.
関わりも含めた。
Yeah, it's like your feelings, your
Yeah,
sentimental value.
Totally.
騙せない。それはそのものにとっての本当。メイメオ、ナナチにとっての価値は何？
ミーティと。
あれ、ミーティ。
Oh.
そう
Whoa.
ミーティ。
気持ちよくわかる。とてもいい匂い。カジャも欲しい。3件のベラフが使ってるのに。
What?
Whoa.
ミーティーな呪いの塊。
What?
What?
3件はここ作った者たちだよ。
そこじゃね。
Oh.
オイラの聞き違いか。
Dude, I can't believe Reg knows
Yeah.
Faputa.
Yeah. So
お
fast.
前どうした
僕が何者なのかを知りたい。知っているなら教えてくれ。
Oh, man.
お前本当にレグなのか。
Oh my gosh, the
Oh,
face.
hella sus.
Yeah. So sus face.
これも見せるソス。
The collar?
何か聞かない。
Face. Oh,
Oh.
does it hurt?
Maybe a little bit.
この
それ治りかけだから。
Oh. Scary. Oh
Whoa.
no. Oh no. Don't poke it.
He'd be a
Oh, the poking at the belly button. Oh. Why?
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Little taste,
no.
little taste.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
お前白釣れたソス。
Oh, poor Reg. Hmm.
さての子、どっちがお前の白
So hot, man. Her body temp is that high?
一番高い価値の子。
Uh,
カプタのレグだダメ見せるさせ
No.
自分を知る前に穴だらけにされてたまるか大体お前が知る僕はレグじゃないはずだ
yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Riko's the one that gave her the name.
Yeah, that's true.
そんなわけなさそうすレグ前もレグ言ったそうす
お前の話は要領を得ないな、
I'm leaving.
I know. I'm
リ
out.
コとナナチが待ってる
あいつら死んでもお前そのままどうするつもりそうす
Ooh.
Hmm.
僕は最後まで二人に付き合うさその後のことはその後考える
Mm.
Mm. The Big Daddy
襲ってくるなよ、僕は行く
totally reminds me of them. The
Yeah.
Bioshock and
Yeah.
Big Daddy and the
Oh.
little girls.
僕の体め
Oh god, that was horrible.
I know. Why always the belly button?
I know. I don't know.
確かに見惚れるほど美しかったが
Oh.
かつての僕は
お前人のこと同じ時間歩むつもりか
僕だったら
You think that she must be immortal as well? Like,
Yeah.
or at least ageless, you know?
Yeah. Oh, the music.
記憶を取り戻しても
Oh, yeah,
僕
the
のままで
music.
いられるのだろうか
Like season 1 when they first show the abyss.
Mm-hmm.
They don't use this soundtrack enough. Or maybe they use it
正
just
しい数の
the
正しい
right moments.
不屈の花の花びら
Yeah. Flowers of fortitude.
それにこの
Oh,
Gross.
sure. Oh, holding Menya too.
このおトイレ慣れないな頻繁に拭き取ってみ
Ugh, wiping for you. Oh,
Oh.
it's like a next level bidet right there.
Yeah.
このおトイレ
命取りになるぞ
Mm.
Lida,
嫌な予感する
your favorite.
So cute.
こんなお耳のお外
Is that pillow a part of their body?
I have no idea.
どこ行っちゃったの
She needs to stay in the room.
I know, for real. Oh gosh.
Oh my goodness. What are you doing, Riko? Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe you should just be screaming. People don't like that.
思わずか
Pretty reckless.
Mm-hmm. Very reckless.
Almost like a race car.
二人が戻ったらこれ見せて
No, just stay where you are.
今日のお題
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
マスマルサーミン慎重に慎重に急ぐ
I have a bad feeling.
Can't you just stay in place,
I know.
Riko?
You're having diarrhea.
あ
You should have laid in bed.
マジカジャさんってわかる
Why are they following her
出
now?
てくる昨日とは違う人たちだよねカジャさん
I don't know about this.
I don't like this.
こっち
I don't like this.
Oh god.
Don't go there.
I mean, look at that one.
Don't go. These are scary. No!
Oh gosh.
Oh no. What is happening? This is so scary.
あのひどい生産とかされちゃうからやめた方が
Oh,
Oh god.
I don't like this. Oh,
やばい
yes, it's bad. No!
No, not Menya.
Not again. Oh no!
No, not again, Menya.
Not again. Oh,
Oh.
what? Whoa. Pinky!
Pinky's back?
Pinky's back! Oh, Pinky's arm is growing back.
What?
Pinky! Yay!
Pinky. You're the only person that calls him Pinky.
Okay, well, Pinky.
Pinky. Oh, you guys are gonna get
Yeah, you guys are bad hollows. Yeah,
Oh, they're good.
they're
Late.
they're in trouble.
ヘルメット
What?
取られちゃった
Oh, dude, she just has Reg's like
What?
arm on her back
How
too.
does she? Yeah.
人じゃないんだ
Oh. Oh no. Is she... Oh, what's gonna happen now? Oh,
Still got that booty though.
yeah. Oh,
体は大丈夫なの？まあ、ますますは。
I know,
I
for
know.
real. What? They
I'm
just come back to
seriously
life?
confused.
Is this even the same Pinky? Maybe it's a reformed version?
I don't know, but
助けてくれてありがとね。お礼は必ずするから。
oh, ooh,
まあまあ
ooh,
まあ。
Riko.
What?
She just said, "I'll return the favor."
Mm.
That means
Value?
value. Uh oh.
What's happening?
I don't know. Oh, she came back.
一緒に行こ
Oh, that's why. Aww.
Hmm.
う。お名前
Oh,
は？
real name.
Ma.
Oh, okay.
Ma.
Ma.
Not Pinky.
Okay.
Ma.
Ma.
Ma is like a Pokemon.
Yeah, I know.
Just says its own name.
Ma. Oh.
食堂だ。
Ooh.
Mm. What kind of food?
ここでしか食べたことないや。
Loves to eat.
腹を下した時は水だ。
Again.
してでもよく噛めよ。
Mm.
It's part of the tip.
Mm-hmm. It's for
I
your
have
health.
to eat.
You
I
have to.
have to.
狭い。
That must be good, right?
Yeah.
混ざって
Must be really good.
Oh.
漂ってる。
Oh. What?
周りの人見てもわからない。
How are you gonna
美
pay?
味しそうな匂いのやつ。
She has money.
どう
Oh, yeah, that's right.
出てくるのかな。
Mm.
あれで
Hmm.
食べられるもののはず。
Hmm.
She looks excited. Oh.
Oh.
That was quick, though.
That was. What is?
Oh, it's gonna pop open.
Oh.
It's like a souffle.
Souffle? Yeah.
これで召し上がれと。
Oh.
いろいろ入ってる。
Uh,
普通にしてあるの。
I mean, it smells good, I guess.
量に。
oh, she likes it, though.
Oh,
Let's go.
yay.
That's good.
辛くて耳痛い。
Oh,
Oh,
spicy.
spicy.
いくらでも入る。
Oh, she likes spicy, though.
Mm.
So hot, your ears are burning.
いけるね。
What? Whoa, that one just spoke.
Yeah, right?
あれ？今言葉。
抗がん焼き。
What? She speaks Japanese?
しか出してねえんだ。
お
Whoa.
さん以外にも言葉わかる人いたんだ。
そこの大きなのとかよ。
Oh, the one with the
Yeah,
red.
this is the one with the braids.
Yeah.
三軒のわずきゃの。
Dude,
Whoa!
I knew it. Bro,
Whoa,
called
I know,
it.
you did. You totally did. Whoa. Whoa.
How's... Oh, man.
Yeah.
I totally called
Yeah,
it.
you did. You did. You really did. Oh,
Oh, this is the
Oh,
other
the
one, the
other one.
snake-looking
The-
one.
yeah.
With the face
The
that
face
looks
that-
like
yeah.
Isle from
yeah, 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 yeah.
Claymore.
Ooh, ooh.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
See face. Oh, this has to be another one of the
Yeah.
sages, right?
But which one?
Hmm. I have one that I'm thinking, but I'll wait. Oh, looks like Mitty.
It does look like Mitty from behind. Is it Mitty?
It is Mitty. What?
Mitty?
How?
How?
But then Ma came back too, right?
Yeah. It's
Mitty is back too?
Mitty. Oh
Maybe
my
because they're like
gosh.
really are immortal and they get reborn. Oh my
In the
god.
vi-
宝物を見つけてしまったと。
Oh. Oh,
Oh?
Bueko. Oh. Oh my gosh,
Oh.
Bueko is the...
Is
What?
the protection. She's
Yeah.
the one who's been watching over everybody.
Whoa. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god.
What?
Woo, boys.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh man, guys.
There's so much.
so very,
so
very much.
much. That was-
that episode was like,
Wow. Like,
wow. Boom, boom.
boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I know. I was like,
Especially the end, guys.
oh, the end. I mean, I
Ooh.
feel like everything throughout was sprinkled with
So
like so
many-
many good things.
Yeah, especially the end. Like, so
Woo.
we were hit with so many things all
Yeah.
at once, and
Yep.
then the ending with
Yeah.
oh man, so good.
So
Such
good.
a great episode. I
Yeah.
really love this one
Yeah.
as well as with almost every single episode this
Yeah, I know,
season.
right?
So many
It's so
things
good.
are revealed, but
Love
then
it.
also new mysteries are revealed. So,
Yeah.
but before that, let's go over our overall thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
How about you? What'd you think?
So overall thoughts, I mean, just like what I said, I felt like that was jam packed with so much. Like, I'm really glad we got to learn more about Faputa and how, like, even Faputa's relationship with Reg. That was kind of
yes.
crazy. one of the main things is we finally know where the 3 sages are.
Yeah.
So the
pretty
3
much,
sages of
pretty
Ganja are
much.
there, and they're named, and we're like, okay, wow,
Yeah.
that's. I mean, we know where they are, but so many questions, honestly.
Yeah.
And then, of course, like, I feel like there was one surprise, but also another surprise of other people, hollows that were assumed dead.
Yeah.
So I thought that was like
Yeah.
crazy. So all
Yeah.
of that, and
so many shockers.
and then also an additional, just kind of another thing added to the society. We kind of see a restaurant, and it's like, oh, I didn't even think we were gonna get that. So that was
Yeah.
a really nice little add-on.
Yeah, definitely.
How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed this one. So many shocking moments, I think.
Yeah, totally.
For sure. Like, what? What?
Yeah.
I was
know.
like, all I could say was like, what?
Yeah, I
Is this happening? Like, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the whole thing with Paputa and Reg, and then they
Yeah.
kind of like it shows flashbacks, and it's
I
like,
know.
what?
What?
And
I
then
know. What?
it's like, you guys know each other or what? And then, yeah, and then the whole Riko incident, and then,
Oh, yeah.
a character comes in and saves the day
I know,
that
oh
I
my
did
God.
not expect to be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the ending, of course.
Yeah.
So many shockers.
Whoa.
I was just shocked.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It was
It was
amazing. Very,
great.
very surprised.
Mhm.
And I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it for our overall thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Let's break down this episode scene by scene and give our thoughts and impressions.
Yep.
So the first scene that we want to talk about here is Faputa and Reg
Yep.
first meeting.
Yep, and this was really cool. I feel like
Yes,
seeing
so-
Paputa move around was
yeah,
like the
so fluid.
animation
The
was
animation
so
here was
fluid, and
beautiful.
also like Paputa's different like abilities are very
Yeah.
surprising because I didn't expect Paputa to kind of make this like ball shield.
Dome thing.
Yeah, so
it
that's
kind
kinda
of like her ability to kind of move her hairs kind of reminded me a little bit of like Orby when the Orb Weaver.
Oh,
Like he
yeah.
could like make spikes.
Yeah,
and, like,
it did shield itself, right? Too?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it did back in the day. But yeah, I mean and it's kind of similar colorway
Color
as
too.
well.
Yeah, I would agree.
So,
I would agree.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of reminded me of each other.
Yeah, and as we're still kind of talking about like Paputa's design, I'm just kind of like I didn't realize that she had 4 arms until she kind of pinned Rig down. I was like, oh, 4 arms and furry, but like kind of human, kind of like Nanachi.
Yeah.
So there's like
I mean,
really
Reg even mentions that she's similar to
Yeah.
Nanachi.
right. So that's kind of interesting. I'm wondering like what if that the similarity of transformation kind of applied to
To Faputa, right?
Faputa, yeah, right.
Like something similar must have happened between Faputa and maybe another character.
Right.
Where they sacrificed themselves in the same way that Miti kind of protected
Exactly.
Nanachi, right?
yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking.
So who is Faputa's Miti?
yeah. I feel like maybe we have something. I don't know.
We don't know. We don't know.
We don't know, but
Yeah, I mean, apparently, well, I guess we can. So some things I want to mention: she has 4 arms. She also has 4 tails. As well
Yeah.
on the back,
right.
kind of reminiscent of like QB, like
QB,
Ninetales
yeah,
kind of
definitely
fox.
when she was
but,
like sitting, and then you see her from behind, and the tails kind of fan out. Yeah,
And then high body temperature and scent of the sun.
yeah.
It's all like,
Does that smell good?
I don't know. Scent of
Is
the
that
sun.
burning?
Burning?
I don't know.
High body temperature and scent of the sun. Sun, heat, body temperature, high, kind of similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also she's very fast.
Really fast. Like she was able to go from on top of the mech all the way behind Reg before Reg could even like turn around.
Straight up speed blitzed Reg.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even notice
No, had no
she was
time to
behind
react.
him.
Yeah.
That was it. Like her speed is far and above Reg's speed, and even his ability to like notice it, right?
Yeah.
Like he just recently got a really good upgrade. He was fighting Bondrewd
Yeah, he
like
seems so
one
cool.
on one.
Yeah.
And his reflexes have been heightened, right?
Yeah.
Like he knows how to move his body more.
Yeah.
Or more fluidly, like how he used to apparently. And for her to like speed blitz him and he couldn't even tell that she was behind him is just a testament to her speed, I
Yeah,
think.
totally.
And man, she is quick. But yeah, apparently they
Know each other.
know each
Right?
other.
The flashback.
There's a flashback
Yeah.
and she's saying Reg as
Yeah.
well. Which is the
What?
first thing like in the episode you're like, Reg, how could she have
Yeah.
that same name?
yeah.
How could she know that same name when Riko originally came up with that name
Yeah.
for Reg and Reg was just a name of a dog, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know unless
There's some
Reg
connection.
is Faputa. Or the dog.
The dog
that
is
Faputa.
Wow.
Maybe.
That's a stretch.
I don't know. Reg is okay. I mean, she kind of looks like a dog.
Yeah.
And what if she came up to the surface, pretended like she was a dog, Riko named her Reg, and then that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. Stretch.
The stretch. Anyway.
But yeah, that's just kind of crazy. It's like, how do they know each other? Will Reg get his memories more, and we can kind of start piecing it all together? Because right now you're like, they know each other,
Yeah,
but how?
they know each other, but how?
And yeah, and then also I just kind of want to point out too, like I'm still kind of curious about like why doesn't Paputa still go into the village? Because she kind of freaks out when she sees all the other
Right.
hollows, and she's like, too many eyes, and that's when she does the dome thing, and I'm like, but why? Why wouldn't she be able to go in? She seems like she's also a hollow. Nanachi is able to go in just fine. Wonder why?
Too many eyes. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Is she just really introverted? No, don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
I mean, maybe. I mean, she
Maybe.
kind of has that kind of like a little
Like
bit
behavior,
introverted
yeah.
behavior, personality. I mean, I'm
yeah.
like that too.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't look at me. Like, too shy, man. Leave
Yeah.
me alone. Don't look at me.
Yeah, it was interesting though, because like at that moment, that's when the mech started kind of talking, and I'm still like, is the mech alive or is the
I
mech
think the
like?
mech is alive. Like, it can speak. It goes, go.
Yeah, but I mean,
And then
but
later
how,
on,
but like
we
how
see
much
it.
alive? Like, is it like bare? Like it can't speak them? Like, is it limited? I don't know. I feel like there's.
I think it says a sentence. Like it says "Ooh," and then like and then Faputa's like, huh, behind? And then like I don't know if she says the full sentence, but I don't
But
know.
yeah, I don't know. I'm just so curious too about that.
So do you still think that Faputa is the one that left the note?
Faputa left the note.
Or yeah, left and grabbed the note and then left the marking.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't
because her
know.
reaction here is weird.
Yeah, her reaction is weird. So it's not like to me. It didn't seem like a weird like. Of course, I left the note. It was kind of like, to me, it was almost like you left the note or something.
Yeah. She kind of is taken aback, but I
Yeah.
don't. It's either she's shocked that Reg doesn't remember her, and that's what's making her feel weird, like taken aback,
Right.
or it's what you're saying about the note, or maybe both. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm like, what if Reg is the one who wrote the note and he just forgot?
Maybe.
Just
I
a
don't know.
thought.
And then it goes on to say this quote in Bueko's voice.
Ooh, yeah.
あまりにも儚くあまりにも強い憧れから生まれたあなたが残した最後の
And then
And
dot
it
dot
doesn't
dot.
finish,
And
yeah.
it doesn't finish.
Yeah, so it's in Bueko's voice, but who is Bueko talking to? I was like, is Bueko talking to Reg?
Your final. She was born of a loaning too fragile, too deep. You left her to posterity. Your final.
Yeah. And I'm wondering, I don't know. And then now I'm kind of going like a little, okay. Crazy theory, but I feel like we kind of threw this out there maybe. But if Reg was Liza, lost her memory, and
Reg is Liza?
yeah,
Or Liza's in
or
Reg?
Liza's in Reg somehow maybe, because people can acquire bodies, right? And then they acquire their bodies, and then when Reg grew up, he lost his memory, and then who taught Reg all of those moves? And I don't know, I just feel like something about like, and then the naming is something the same that Liza might know. I don't know, there's something about that that's just like,
So yeah, I mean, that's possible. I mean, Liza could, because he
be
does,
in. Yeah.
he does mention like there's some ones inside of him.
Right.
And that would imply there's multiple people, and one of them very well could be Liza.
Yeah, and it's just kind
And
of
that's
like,
why we haven't seen her so
yeah,
far.
we haven't seen her, and
And
Reg-
then he does kind of use the pickaxe very well, which was Liza's weapon.
yeah, and then also he has this like inherent like wanting to take care of Riko and be with her for some reason. So I don't know. Those are kind of just like little pieces that I'm kind of pulling together, maybe. But I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm getting there. You?
Yeah.
Or what do you think?
I don't know. Your final, like, what's your final? Like, your final creation, your final.
Your final maybe
I'm thinking. Okay, maybe
Go for it.
Bondrewd? I don't know.
Bondrewd.
Because he's the one who made Nanaji, right? Kind
Okay.
of made Nanaji the way she is.
Okay.
She was born of a loaning too fragile, too deep. You left her to posterity, your final creation? No, but he's like making more still. It couldn't be his final creation. Maybe someone else's.
Someone else's. Yeah.
Some character that I don't know.
I feel like it's gonna be like your final wish. Like this is your final. It's kind of something that pulls back to the end of the episode where they're like, once you find your treasure, and it's like your final treasure would be Riko if this is in fact Liza, and then you finally finish your journey.
Your Haku, right?
Your Haku. I don't know. That's what.
Right. All right. I think that's all we have for that scene.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So the next scene that we have here is Kaja and Nanachi kind of going through and having a bit of conversation here together, and it involves so many things.
Yeah.
What's the first thing you want to talk about here?
I guess where I kind of start is just Iruburu equals Riko. I feel like that's kind of where I kind of start, just because.
But Iruburu is also the name of the village, isn't it?
Yeah, the name of the village, which could still be someone who's protecting the village. Like, what is the village?
Did Vueko turn into the village? Is my next question.
Oh, she the village?
I think she is literally the village.
So everything that is encompassing everyone is her, and that's why she can always see and like hear all the things that people are doing, huh?
I think her desire was to create the village, or maybe a place
to keep everyone safe.
And give them all of their earthly desires or whatever.
Or even just
and
protect
them.
Because I think, like, in the very last episode, we're left with Vueko saying that she's like, we still have to try to survive, but then she's trying to protect everyone, and this is now what she is doing if she is the village.
Yeah, and later we see she literally is being surrounded at the end of the episode with all of the protection, like those black blobs.
Things. Yeah, those black blobs.
And she looks connected there. Like if you notice, she has a collar with spikes on it. Like she can't even leave.
Yeah, like she's literally chained down to it.
Yeah, I think she's the village.
Yeah, and it's just, and then that kind of just makes sense how she would know everyone's desires and see their signals. I mean, seeing their signals to me was kind of like she could see their signals in their heads.
Yeah. So in the manga, it actually says, well, I don't know. In the manga, it says brain signals, so like the
synapses
firing in your brain, but it's actually deeper than that, right? It's
deeper. It is
signals
deeper.
Of the soul.
Yeah,
right?
Signals of the soul. That was I don't know how more deep you can get than that.
Yeah, I mean that's it. It's like your emotional, your feelings,
everything about
your sentimental feelings and values, like what you truly feel deep down in your heart.
Yeah, about anything.
Even if whatever your words say, it doesn't matter, because like you could be lying and saying whatever, but your true feelings are like the village knows.
Yeah. So then that kind of discounts what we were saying earlier. Like, what if you said like that it didn't matter, but they know and it doesn't matter. You can't lie. But which is kind of makes sense though, because about like, let's say one of the other hollows is like they like slicing people up. You can't hide that. Like they're gonna know. So. Yeah, I guess it's like you can't hide it. But
when does it say Uruburu is Vueko? Kaja says that?
I don't know if they say it directly. I just wrote as my notes because I think I feel that, or I felt it during the episode. I don't know if necessarily it was a direct quote.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that was just kind of my notes, because I was just kind of like, that's it. Like she must be the village.
Yeah, I think she's the village, dude.
Yeah.
Well, can I mention one thing real quick?
Sure.
So Kaja actually, during this part, she keeps saying that Nanachi is really nice smelling.
Yeah.
So last time we were talking about why they kept saying that, or why Nanachi, her holoform, right? Like what was her desire? So shout out to Abyss Chef. He actually said this to us in the comments. But apparently, if you remember in the third movie, when she was still a human, a lot of people used to say she stink.
Yeah, that's true.
So one of her desires was to smell nice.
Yeah.
So her smelling nice and being fluffy.
Yeah.
In her holoform was her desire.
I see. Yeah, that's right. Correct.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, that's just one thing I wanted to point out.
Yeah, because they're always saying like she smells good. Can you imagine? I wonder what she smells like.
And then Kaja is like all about the smells.
Yeah,
literally they turned into smells.
Yeah, and I think that's interesting that someone who turned into smells still can smell, because like you can still smell even though your smells.
I mean, they love smells that much.
Yeah.
They must maybe somehow their smell senses are even crazier.
See, yeah. I don't know. In my notes, I just have a lot of smells. And then kind of going back though to like the signals, I feel like there was something that Kaja was even saying, like if someone really believes it deep down in their heart, then even though it's a lie, it's something they believe and it will be true to them.
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting because I'm like, oh, so I mean, it's almost kind of like, I think of the saying that I was thinking of was, you know, fake it till you make it. And then sometimes when they're faking it so hard, you really start to believe it, you know? And I'm like, man, I just think of like all the different things that people believe in, and it's like they believe in it so adamantly, and that's their belief, and you can't say anything because that's how they feel.
Yeah, it becomes your own truth, right?
Your truth, yeah, exactly.
Like even if there's no solid proof of whatever you believe in, as long as you can fool yourself, is what it
that's
says.
what they say, yeah.
Then it becomes true to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's really there's so many things even in our real life.
Yeah.
In IRL, the real world, where people believe their own lies, or believe their own beliefs, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So.
And it's that's what's true value to you or any person. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I mean, if that's what you believe, and let it be. Like that's what they want to do, you know? One thing I just kind of started laughing about though, if I felt I would laugh in this place just because like I'd be like, no, not my pencil. Oh no, I like value like a lot of little things, like maybe more than a normal person, and I'd be like, my pillow, I love my pillow.
I'm like, oh my god, everything is so valuable.
It's so
to
valuable
this girl.
to me. Oh, that hat that I bought, that one, oh, I love it.
God, so much value.
So valuable.
Everything has so much value.
I know. No one would be near me. They'd be like, this is too dangerous. Don't go there.
Don't go there. Even don't even.
Oh, value.
The pen.
The value. Oh, no, I love that pen cap.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, and then Kaja actually starts talking a little bit about Mitty.
Ooh, I know. I could not believe he even mentioned Mitty. I was like, what?
So he knows about Mitty at this point already. How? You know?
What?
Like how? Because Nanachi and Mitty have basically been inseparable since they first met.
Right.
How does Nanachi not know Kaja if Kaja knows Mitty?
Right.
Up until they met, and then up until the point where she got evaporated.
Yeah.
There was no point where Nanachi and Mitty weren't together, I believe.
Yeah.
So
because she was like watching over Mitty the whole time. Yeah, and then also like the thing that she says is that where the masked man left behind, and I was like, what? Left behind? So I'm kind of curious about, because we do see like reappearance of characters that were supposedly dead, correct? And so Mitty, especially, when she was blasted, did she come back and did she reappear at the old ritual site or something?
That could either happen, right?
Yeah.
She either came back to life, and that's what this pot thing is, because she's like in a pot, and maybe you come out of the pot after you die.
Maybe.
And then, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But there's also one other possibility that I was thinking of. This is probably crazy, but maybe there was two Mittys.
What? No.
And then Bondrewd left one Mitty here, and this is not the same Mitty that was with Nanachi. Maybe, I don't know. That would be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
Like there was two, like Mitty was split in two somehow.
Oh my gosh. Okay. You're touching on a thing that I was kind of thinking of later as I was like looking at my notes. But no, okay, so you're saying that like Mitty got split into two, possibly, right?
Possibly.
So my thought too is when I was asking about the mech earlier about being like a regular person that talks, what if the mech itself is like another person that got split into other pieces? Like what if you wanted to be like, oh, I want to protect people, but I want to be in different places at the same time, and you were able to split.
That's your like desire.
Your desire. So your desire is to be broken up into smaller pieces but spread around, and like
your soul could be broken up into different pieces, and they can go into these different mechs.
Yeah, and then
you think all the mechs are possibly one person, like who split their soul or something like that?
Yeah, that's at least what I was kind of thinking.
That'd be crazy.
That's why I was kind of like,
that's possible.
I felt like the way that it spoke was so broken, but it felt like a kind of like it was a person, but only part of a person. And so when you're saying there's like two Middies, it's like, what if your desire is that? Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that's so crazy if there's two Middies.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying that's one possibility that I was thinking of, because it says the curse. Okay, Mitty, the warm bundle of curse that masked man left behind.
Yeah.
So obviously that's Bondrewd, right?
Yeah, of course.
So like there was no point where he would leave her behind, right?
Yeah.
Like Nanachi and Mitty were together.
Yeah.
And how could he leave her behind?
Mm-hmm.
If she was born again from that pot,
Yeah.
that wouldn't make sense for Kaja to say that the masked man left her behind.
Yeah.
Because like
That is mystery.
if he left her behind,
Mm-hmm.
that must mean that it was in the past, maybe much longer ago, or like a
Mm-hmm.
long time ago when Bondrewd was here or something. Unless the man in the mask is not Bondrewd.
Which is true. We're kind of just assuming that it is Bondrewd, but I mean, it's about Mitty, probably Bondrewd. I don't know. It could be someone else though.
It could be someone else, but like, I mean, assuming that it's Bondrewd and he left Mitty behind, how could he leave Mitty behind if Mitty went with Nanachi?
Yeah.
Unless there was two Mittys.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of torn too because I'm like,
Unless Mitty was reborn in the
Mitty
pot.
is reborn,
But
because
that doesn't make sense. Why would Kaja say?
well, maybe because in the time that since the other Mitty got blasted, Mitty came back up already. So Mitty, I don't know.
Mitty came back up and then Bondrewd left her behind.
Maybe, yeah. That's what I was kind of saying
okay,
earlier.
that
That's
kinda
what I
makes
was saying
sense,
earlier.
too.
Like in that time, that's when Mitty was reincarnated and in the old ritual site because that's where Bondrewd is at. And then he came back and I don't know. It's kind of a little
Okay,
bit.
that
like,
kind of makes more sense. Actually,
maybe I don't know, but I feel like it could be just her reborn because when we see
that makes more sense.
when we
honestly.
see the other
two
character.
Middies is too crazy.
I don't know.
I don't
Like,
think it's
I
too.
don't know. It could be.
Maybe,
It could be. I don't
maybe.
know. But like the thing is though, like when we do see even another character that is reborn or brought back to life, which is who I called Pinky, but actually has a name now, Ma. So Ma's arm came back. Mitty's eye came back.
Yeah, Middy's eye is back.
Yeah. So it's like
So like they get reborn in some way.
maybe. I don't know.
Even
Maybe.
if their body gets totally destroyed, it just comes back.
Maybe it has to do something with the abyss.
In the original ritual site.
Yeah.
But yeah.
yeah.
Also, it says. Kaja also says something interesting to me is that Belaf of the Three Sages is using Mitty.
Yeah.
What
Was
is
that-
what is Belaf using Mitty for?
Yeah.
Like what value? I'm not saying that that doesn't have any value, but like what use
Yeah.
does Mitty have? Mitty doesn't have a lot of abilities other than being immortal.
Yeah. But I mean, maybe that is like one of the key things. Being immortal.
I'm just curious what Belaf is using
Yeah.
Mitty for.
And then also using Mitty, that doesn't seem good either. It almost seems just as bad as Bondrewd. I don't know. But yeah.
But yeah, also it's confirmed that the Three Sages made this place.
Yeah, they made it.
So it says like also like yeah. So Nanachi says, "What did you say?" And then Kaja thinks that they're talking about the Three Sages, and Kaja says the Three Sages made this place. So this is a place that didn't exist before the Ganja
Right.
were here.
Right.
This I wasn't sure before. Like, is this an ancient structure
Yeah.
from way back
before.
when the Golden City was a thing?
Right.
Did this exist even before the Ganja? But no, this thing was made by the Ganja
Yeah.
or the Three Sages.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's hard confirmation. This
Yeah.
is not a super ancient thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I mean,
pretty old. It's
yeah.
almost 2,000 years old.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's some good confirmation right there about this location, and
Yeah.
it was made by the Three Sages. All right, so the next scene that we're going to be talking about here is this whole conversation that Faputa and Reg have in this cave,
Eve?
I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. The first thing I want to bring up is Faputa is like stacking these stones, right?
Yeah. Right.
And there's like, it's like 3 stones and there's some like goo in the middle. And this whole place is just like filled with them.
Yeah.
And each of them have like, the top stone has like the 3 spots.
Yep.
Like, and I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
What is up with this?
Yeah, and she had to do that like right when they got there. So I'm kind
It's
of like
kind of like ritual?
Yeah, I was thinking some kind of ritual. To me, especially during this conversation, Faputa brings up the idea of like either aging really slowly or immortality compared to human children or humans. And I'm kind of like, are these like tombstones that she's like trying to remember all the people that passed away before her? That's
could
at least my thought.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like these are tombstones.
Yeah, and she's trying to remember everyone because she's lived for however long, and everyone passed away.
Yeah, well, I mean, assuming this is Irun
Yeah,
Yui,
yeah.
like that would mean that, yeah,
Assuming that it is.
1900 years.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, that would be a lot of people dying.
yeah,
So yeah, that
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good theory. What? Yep. You have anything? What's the next thing you got?
The next thing I have is just Reg doesn't remember this place, and I feel like Babuto's like trying so hard to like be like, why don't you really remember this? You know, this is our place. This is where we were, and
Yeah. So this is like really a place of significance for both
Yeah. Oh,
Baputa
it's
and
supposed to
Reg
be.
in the past.
yeah,
Like, is this their former home?
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
it's something, or it's a gravesite, you know, like you
Yeah.
were saying, like this is somewhere where we used to
Like,
say goodbye, mourn. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
So yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy. Like,
Yeah, and then the fact that he doesn't even remember, it's kind of like Babuto makes like the funniest face here to be like so
Oh,
like
yeah, the
suspicious.
sus
Yeah,
face.
like I will verify, and basically she smells
I
him.
love that
yeah,
face.
yeah, the face was really detailed. I really liked it. But the verification through smell everything.
Yeah, she checks Reg out and she's like smelling his like collar thing.
His collar, his
the
helmet.
hat, the helmet. Yeah. Again with the smelling.
Yeah.
Mm.
Smelling smells. Yeah, and then what did you want to add to this?
Nothing. The next thing I want to talk about is her quote. You said you'd bring Haku.
Yeah, Haku.
Haku.
What is Haku?
What is Haku?
The highest value thing.
The highest value thing. And then she asks him, like, the hollow child, the human child, which is your Haku?
Ooh.
So Reg at one point said he'd bring Haku, the highest value thing, and either maybe subconsciously that is what he's doing. Maybe
Yeah.
he's bringing Haku to Baputa.
Yeah. So I feel like, so I kind of want to reiterate what we were talking about in a little bit earlier, but what I was kind of what I think is that Haku is going to be Riko if Reg is in fact Liza inside there. And, you know, that was her main goal she went through all the trouble to bring Riko out of the abyss, and then this whole time she's probably been trying to find Riko again to reconnect, and so
Yeah, that makes sense.
maybe she went in somehow made the body of
Created Reg in
because
order
everyone
to
you can create your own body, right?
Yeah.
So in this way, she somehow created Reg, the body that she needed, maybe with Baputa, because Baputa kind of touches Reg in a way that's like, I made you, or I helped create you, and then from there, the desire was to get Riko. So that was
and it somehow created Reg, and this is her desire, or maybe her desire was to ascend
yeah,
and see Riko again
yeah,
and bring her down or something like that, right? And that Reg's body has the ability to ascend,
yeah, yeah,
and he's immortal.
yeah.
And they touch a little bit on that in later on
Yeah,
as well when
they do.
she asks him
They
like,
do.
what will you do when they age?
Yeah.
Like, this is like a pretty heavy question.
Heavy question of saying basically they're going to die and you're going to live forever or very long without them after. And Reg just says
He'll stay
Look,
with them to the end,
till
right?
the end,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh man, this is sad. Especially like in my
Because
mind,
you don't even think about that,
yeah,
right?
like they're so young, they're children, they're gonna like spend so much time together. But if you live forever almost, then that's gonna be like this to him,
the pin drop, right?
Yeah.
And
and it's sad.
yeah, I mean, that's also similar to Mitty as well. Like, she's immortal.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
like,
actually that's true.
so we have like 3 immortals now. We have
Yeah.
pretty much Reg. Baputa assumedly
Yeah, I would
is
think so.
immortal, and also Mitty.
Yeah. And wasn't that the whole point of why Nanachi wanted to, have to let Mitty go?
Yeah,
Because
use
she
the
didn't.
Annihilator on
Yeah,
her.
just so
and
she wouldn't be alone forever.
Yeah.
But I mean,
she's
spoiler,
back.
she's back. Or is she?
Is she?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, this scene all over the place is oh my gosh, the whole belly button. We gotta talk about
the
the belly button part. Jeez.
God,
Why
dude,
do always
I
the
have to
belly
say,
button?
I have to say right before that, when Reg's kind of struggling and her other pair of arms like pin him.
Yeah, that
I was like,
really cool.
Whoa, really strong. She's like really strong.
She's really strong, and Reg can't move. Reg is able to like. I think in like the first episode we
Doesn't he
see
lift like a big
I mean, like in the first season, maybe like episode 2 or 3, he lifts that giant like piece of rock.
Yeah.
And then to uncover the like a relic, or maybe it was the entrance to like a cave with like relics in it. But he's hella strong.
Yeah, he's really, really strong.
And he fought Bondrewd one-on-one again. That takes immense physical strength.
And then also, like, I want to say, pull back to like even the very, very beginning when Riko was testing out his skin and everything, and she's like, I can't pierce it, I can't cut it, I can't use fire. Like, she tried to use all these things.
Put coals in his mouth. Put a ruler in his butt, and then
and broke
it broke
inside
and left it in there. So presumably, he still has the ruler in there. So that might come into play later. We never know. That'd be crazy if the ruler came out. You remember in the first episode when the ruler was in there?
I wouldn't put it past the main bits. There's a lot of butt stuff.
There is a lot of butt stuff. There's even more butt stuff later in the episode.
But I have to say, like, that when Paputa takes her nail, and that's like a crazy thumb that comes out, by the way.
Yeah, it like comes out from the side.
Yeah, and then it's like,
It's like she just has like, she creates like another finger claw thing.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, I thought they were like she would just use the one that she had here, but I guess it's not strong enough or something.
Yeah, I don't know. This is like the piercing claw.
Yeah, the piercing. Oh, like kind of like talons on like a bird of prey or something.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and it looked so painful. I mean, Rig was even like tearing up and stuff. I felt so bad.
And then there's also a part where she wants to like pull Reg's pants off.
I know.
And she's like, let me double check.
Yeah, and then Reg's like, no more holes.
I know. Can you imagine what she might do down there?
No, I don't. I really don't. Oh.
I mean, they must have a relationship in some way. And he also mentions that she's very beautiful.
Yeah, and then he was like blushing.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah, that was a little bit weird.
Yeah, he mentions that like she was like very
charming,
charmingly beautiful or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But he mentions her beauty.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. He likey. Or he likey again.
Yeah. You have to remember he likey.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, they talk a little bit more in this scene about the Reg being named Reg again.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we already talked a little bit about that in the beginning of this discussion. But yeah, I mean, like, what?
Yeah. What?
How? He should.
Yeah.
You would think he would have a different name to her, right?
Yeah, like a totally different name.
Why? I mean, obviously, the author, the mangaka, they chose this, right? Reg is your name, and specifically, your name is Reg to this person and this person, even though Riko named you.
So the only way,
you two don't know each other.
And you don't know each other. So maybe. Maybe. I mean, there's
unless Riko somehow subconsciously named Reg for some reason, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe it has something to do with the box. The vessel.
The vessel, maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking it's like a name of an animal that maybe you shared and you have fond memories of it too. So.
And the next scene we want to talk about here is Reg leaving. He's kind of going through the abyss, trying to find his way back to the village.
Right.
And yeah, I think the first thing that we see here is that the petals are kind of falling, right?
Right before that, he kind of is just like walking through, and he kind of points out that clock tower again. And I was kind of just like it's kind of one of those things where it's like so minor, but it's like, but why did he have to point that out? I don't know. It's like, does he remember it? Is there a memory that's tied to it somehow? Is it have to do with time in the abyss? I don't know. I'm still kind of curious about like how time passes in the abyss, because that kind of brings me to like another part about the flowers, or the flower petals are coming down again. How much time has passed since they left? Has it been that full year? Is it that time for a re-celebration and the petals themselves are coming down from the top of the abyss?
From like the 5th layer, right?
Yeah.
Because that's where that field is, right?
Yeah.
And then do they only bloom like once a year or something?
See,
like that?
I'm kind of I mean, like if I want to go by like, you know, regular plants too, like they have seasons where they bloom, and so that's why I'm kind of wondering. Like,
that'd be crazy. You think maybe a year has passed in this layer?
I mean, like
outside, and they've only been here for like, I don't know, presumably
not that
like
long.
A week, maybe a couple days.
Not that long, I don't imagine, but that's the only thing I could think of. Like those flower petals are from that
would be
layer.
Insane.
And the time, I don't know. I feel like the time and it's trying to hint like there's something different about this layer, and we're not really noticing it. Like, and then also when it comes back to time, I remember that Bondrewd said something about 2,000 years. It's very special that like you go down right at that 2,000 year mark, and it's like, so is that this time? Is that this special moment? Is this kind of time frame of they need to do something while they're in the abyss? I don't know what it is, but I feel like that
something's gonna happen.
I feel like something's gonna happen.
Something happens. Something happens every 2,000 years, supposedly, or something.
Yeah, right?
And they're skeletons.
Yeah, they're skeletons. And yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind of what
I
I
don't
have
know.
mostly for that. There's even the nameplates. That was kind of something else that was
Yeah,
like,
the nameplates.
where did those nameplates come?
Shirumi cycles and returns to the netherworld. So that's what one of the these nameplates said.
Yeah.
So these petals are used for celebrations and for funerals.
Yeah.
So is there a celebration happening? Or are these for funerals? And what's happening to the abyss here? Like
I don't know.
It just kind of reveals this super beautiful shot of like Reg just kind of contemplating what's going on here, what's happening to the abyss. Something is happening.
Something's happening.
It happened
2,000 years ago?
2,000 years ago. It was 1,900 years ago
Yeah.
when the Ganja were there. So it's coming up.
Yeah.
It's coming up real soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Some kind of cycle happens here.
Yeah.
Shirumi cycles. There's a cycle. I mean, the thing says Shirumi cycles and returns to the netherworld. There's obviously some kind of cycle that's happening here in the abyss, and something is gonna happen, and we don't know what.
I'm excited and scared.
Apparently, it's something.
It's gonna be bad.
It's not good. I'm thinking. But yeah. Oh, there's also one other thing that I want to mention is that Reg actually sees the mech,
that's
the
right.
Big Daddy again.
Yeah.
Like like he was following Reg or something.
It seems like it. Yeah.
And
Keeping an eye on him, maybe.
Yeah, and he's like, "Don't attack me, I'm leaving." But it doesn't attack at all. Like, it almost seems like it understands Reg as
Yeah.
well. So I just thought it was interesting that it decided to follow Reg
Yeah.
and kind of like see him out almost in a way. And then
Yeah.
it doesn't attack him, and it seemed like friendly, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, ever since like Faputa went with Reg into this area, maybe the mech's not allowed in the area, or maybe it's just waiting outside for Faputa. I don't know. But
But yeah.
yeah.
So the next scene we want to talk about here is Riko kind of waking up, or not waking up, but like finishing her little business here. And then she goes and searches for Nanachi and Reg.
Yeah. So first off, we gotta talk about that toilet.
That toilet though.
That's an advanced bidet.
Damn, that thing is too advanced.
It's like bloop, bloop, bloop. Like, man.
It just
Would
keeps
you,
going.
Would you want that toilet?
Ooh, I don't think so. It also doubles as a fly trap.
Ooh. Is that the selling point? Can you imagine on those infomercials? It wipes you all the time and it takes the flies away.
It's convenient that it keeps wiping you, even though you don't want it to.
Stop. And it shows it. I'm like,
And it's just like going like this, like it's hella licking.
yeah,
Like, what is that?
Yeah.
It's so nasty.
I know.
Jeez, and there's flies
At
all
least,
around
I
it.
guess you don't have toilet paper waste, I guess.
All right, would you rather have this toilet or Bondrewd's toilet?
The one where if you fall down, you die.
It's just like like Prushka's like, if you use a toilet, don't fall. If you fall down, you'll die.
You'll die. I don't know.
What's
Seeing
worse?
That licking tongue.
The licking might be
is-
worse. You just gotta be really careful with Bondrewd's
Yeah,
toilet.
just be careful. Like, just
But the licking
tie
one
a
is
rope
like
or something.
invasive, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
like,
I think so.
like-
There's like 4 different things that are gonna be like bloop, bloop, bloop.
and you don't even activate it. It's like
Nope.
that. Like at least with a bidet, you know, you like
You're ready.
press the button. Okay, I'm ready.
It's all
And
automated.
then it stops. It
Yeah.
doesn't just keep going.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Ugh. Yeah.
that's a little much.
Yeah.
So yeah, that toilet though.
Yeah.
All right, you have anything else you want to say about this nasty toilet? Or
It's not nasty.
oh, I mean,
It's just kind of weird.
yeah.
No. I don't have anything else about the toilet.
Yeah.
you have, Nick?
I mean, the next thing I have is we get to see Leader again.
Yeah.
But as like a memory from Riko.
Yeah.
Telling her about like what you should do when you have diarrhea, and it kind of
Yeah.
plays into later about more advice that she gets in the restaurant.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
you know
mean-
what? Why is this the only time that she remembers Leader's keywords? Shouldn't she be remembering these keywords when she's like almost gonna die and stuff? But go on.
Yeah, I'm sure he gives her a lot of advice of like not like
Yeah.
yelling
Yeah,
know,
don't
like,
just yell because that's
brings a lot of
tension.
negative, probably negative attention towards you.
And honestly, I feel like even if you did that right, like in our world, if you start yelling, people are gonna be like, "Why are you yelling? That's loud and obnoxious. Stop that."
But yeah. So Riko again being very reckless starts yelling.
Yeah, Reckless Riko. That's her new nickname now.
Yeah, she's like a race car, right?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I love that comment, by the way. Shout out. Rex. But yeah, dude. She ends up yelling, bring a ton of attention to her, being very reckless again.
Yeah.
And she gets really scared and
she like hides.
She hides and then she gives Menya a deep smell.
Yeah,
here.
I noticed that too. I'm like, so is this like your calming scent?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what is up with that.
What is that?
She like just smells Menya
And then
hell
she's like,
deep.
Relief.
Yeah, I mean, that is a thing that happens in the third movie, so she could see the abyss.
Yeah,
but like, why does she do it here? Is it like some kind of calming smell to her? Like she enjoys it?
It must be like.
I just thought it was interesting.
Menya is her hookah.
For real. Another thing I just want to quickly mention is that Reg's arm is now attached to Riko.
Yeah, when that popped up, I was like, wait, when was she carrying it? And then we went back to even look at the past episode.
Yeah,
and
we went back to the previous episode.
The arm,
the arm was not attached to her.
Is that a mistake or what?
Like, should that have been attached to her this whole time?
Yeah.
And why is she just randomly holding? If not,
it?
like, why is she randomly just holding Reg's arm now? And it's just attached to her lower back.
Yeah.
And obviously, this arm is gonna come into play in some way.
Yeah.
Because why would she just randomly have it on her?
Yeah. The only thing I could think of is like maybe it was in Reg's backpack, which she left at the place, and because she was leaving, she maybe thought that was like one of the most important things that she should keep on her. That's the only thing I could kind of think of. But it is weird that it just popped out of nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, they could have at least been like, hey,
I should bring this. Yeah.
She's like, oh, this is really important. If anything, if I should bring one thing, I should bring this. And then like just quickly show her
like a 2
attaching
second,
it to her herself. Because like for her to just randomly just have it attached to her now just doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
to me.
I agree.
But yeah, I mean, I guess it's gonna come in. Something's gonna happen with where Reg is gonna need his second arm, or it's gonna get reattached in some way, possibly.
Yeah. I agree.
That's interesting. I want to see what happens.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope it gets reattached.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, he would double his power, right? And he does that spinning thing, right? Where the coil spins around him.
Yeah.
It would be even stronger if he had two.
Yeah.
All right.
And then so from there, she kind of starts wandering around, right? And she needs to try to find directions somewhere to the market, and she kind of runs into these like group of hollows that she's never seen before, and she kind of even says like these aren't the same hollows as before. And so, if she's trying to talk to them, they don't understand. She leaves. They follow. I don't know.
It's like this all bad vibes right here, guys.
It's like already feeling sketchy. It gets even sketchier. Yeah. Oh, I don't.
It gets super
So,
sketch.
and,
Like the
scary.
sketchiest thing. There's like one with like this really like
scary, creepy.
it's like breathing the hot air.
Yeah,
like,
and like drooling. Yeah, actually, all of them. So like, so right after that, she tries to leave. The other ones are like Maja, and then they point her in a direction.
Yeah,
and they
this
point her
scary alley.
a scary alley. Like I was totally thinking of like someone who goes to a new city, and they're like, "Hey, do you mind if you help me?" And then these like very sketchy people are like, "Yeah, we can help you.
Yeah,
go
we can
down.
help you.
Oh, there's a good place down there. You should go
nice.
there." And then like they walk down the alley, and then it's like their other friends that are gang or I don't know, just bad people.
Yeah, I mean, when she sees them and they're all like creepy, right?
Yeah,
and then
like,
she turns around and then they're behind her.
They're blocking the
way, the exit,
basically.
right? Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be bad.
It is bad. And then
is.
it's like, come on, Riko. Like,
right?
seriously, like,
seriously,
bro,
Riko. I
stop.
know. And then all these things
just
like
stay at the freaking hotel or whatever. You don't need to go look for these guys.
Yeah.
They got it.
Oh, and then all these things are like grabbing her and like touching her and like creepy face sounds and not face sounds, but faces and sounds.
It's actually much worse than the manga, actually.
Is it?
Not much worse, but it's like...
It's very like grabby, right?
It's more grabby. I'll say this. It's more grabby in the manga.
Actually, I want to say like when I was really looking at like, because she's just wearing this like apron thing, and I just saw some like going under a little, and I'm like, this is really
It's
uncomfortable.
the
It's like very
apron.
uncomfortable.
I won't say anything
Yeah.
else. If you read the manga, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt I kind of felt
I
it
was like, whoa.
I feel like they were going there without going too far in the
Yeah,
anime.
I don't think they should have gone as far as the manga. I think the manga was too much.
Yeah. I don't know.
It wasn't like way over,
but
it's like
what's implied. Yeah.
It's like yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got that feeling, especially with the heavy breathing and like.
Yeah, it was-
Yeah, it's like really creepy and yucky.
It's creepier, I think,
Yeah.
in the manga.
Oh God! And I'm like, Riko, you didn't have to get in this situation if you just stayed at the inn.
Yep. And then here we go again. Menya getting smushed one more time
no.
again.
I could not believe this was happening again. I was like, if Menya dies, I don't even know.
because Menya supposedly is not even fully recovered
Yeah, Menya
from
is-
last time.
I know. Can you imagine
Because
Menya's
that's,
finally getting a
that's
little
what
better?
Nanachi is going out to get. She's
I
trying to
know.
get stuff for Menya to feel better because
I cannot believe it.
after she pushed the butt guts back in, she
Yep.
said it was going to be
Sore,
swollen,
and
swollen
Yeah.
and sore for
Yeah.
a while. So Menya, and then for this to happen again,
Again, and
like Riko, you like,
I know.
like if you're a pet owner right here or whatever,
You're
like
gonna go to jail because that is abuse and
It's like
and
negligence, for
Negligence
sure.
Yeah, like, geez, you're not allowed
Your pet got squished twice.
Twice?
in like
under your care.
under probably 24 hours here.
Like, you're not allowed to have a pet anymore.
But she is just a child, so I guess we can give her a little bit of a break here. But I don't know. She doesn't know any better, Nicole. She's
She needs to learn really quickly
she made it all the way to the 6th layer.
because she has Rig.
Yeah, but luckily
Luckily,
someone comes to the rescue.
Oh, I could not believe this.
Yeah, I was
couldn't-
like,
I was
what?
like, what? Like, I'm happy, but also like, what?
How?
How? Yeah, how? But also, yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you,
Yay.
Ma.
Ma
comes to the
Ma
rescue.
comes to rescue.
And Ma's alive?
Yeah, right? Ma's alive, and Ma has a new arm.
New arm, and it looks
looks-
like new skin or
Skin?
something because there's like patches, you know?
Yeah.
It's like when you have like a sunburn or whatever, and then like skin,
comes
off or whatever.
or maybe like a shedding of like snakes and stuff, like
or
reptiles.
or you get like a burn or like a cut or a scrape, you know? You get a scrape and then like the skin underneath, it looks different from
oh,
like
right.
your new skin looks different.
Yeah, like it heals different.
Yeah.
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 But oh yay! I'm so happy.
Yeah, Ma is back and alive
Yeah, and
and
Ma.
not dead.
Yeah,
Because you were kind of sad,
I
right?
was
You're like-
really genuinely sad for like Ma.
I think I was too, because it felt like this this character didn't exactly understand what was happening,
Yeah.
and it was just like doing its own
it's
thing.
just doing its own thing, and it just happened. What if it just happened to be very strong and it squished Minion? And it didn't mean to squish Minion, and then you're gonna like the ultimate punishment by death, and it's like it didn't know. But I'm so glad that it's back because that shows that even though it did something wrong, it was punished. It still came back, and we
So
see.
are these guys, this creep's gonna come back?
I hope not. No, so the one thing I want to say is, so maybe when under this kind of, justice that the black stuff kind of does, it's like, okay, well, it wasn't completely like, intentional to hurt Menya, so maybe you get to come back. At least
Yeah,
that's
could
kind
be.
of my idea.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope these guys don't come back because
know.
like later we see the protection coming
The
in
protection
again,
comes in.
and it supposedly destroys these guys. It wrecks them, right?
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hope so.
tears them apart.
I
You
hope
would think
so.
there would be another crowd around here, like
Actually,
let's get those body
Actually,
parts.
that's
Let's
true.
go.
Actually, when they kind of zoom out and they jump out of the alleyway, you actually see other hollows. They're kind of around now.
Ooh,
So
maybe
they-
they're about to.
So maybe they're probably
Get
getting
up on
close.
that, yeah.
They're probably like, ooh, new parts.
Yeah, ooh. Like when they had Ma's arm.
I
It's like,
know, I felt
"Yeah."
so bad still.
Yeah, I felt bad too.
Oh, but yeah, Ma. So one thing that's kind of interesting about Ma, like, and you even like Ma's like a Pokemon, just keep saying Ma, Ma. But like even some of the other hollows have a language that they speak, but Ma is very limited.
Yeah, very
So
unique.
It's kind of interesting that Ma can't really speak.
And later in the episode at the restaurant, actually Ma orders as well right after Riko and just says Ma,
Right.
and then the chef or the
Yeah, we can say chef. Yeah,
the chef
yeah,
the chef actually understands what Ma is saying.
Yeah.
And has a response of
Yeah.
Bosu or something like that.
yeah. Kon
But-
Bosu or something like that.
Yeah, but like the fact that they can understand Ma
Yeah.
is interesting to me.
Yeah.
Even though it only says Ma,
Yeah.
people understand what Ma is still saying. Kind of
Yeah.
like in Pokemon.
Yeah, it's true though. I'm thinking of all
It's
this
like
episode.
Pikachu saying shit.
Yeah,
It's like,
Pikachu.
Pika.
Pika. Yeah, the Boba,
Yeah.
Squirtle, Squirtle. Yeah.
And then there's that episode where they actually have the translations
Oh
on the
my
bottom.
god, probably one of my most favorite episodes. I
Yeah.
loved it.
That's
So
season 1 of Pokemon.
oh, so cool. I was like, we get to hear what they say?
Yeah, there was like an episode, and then like the Team Rocket's Ekans and
Oh, yeah.
Coughing are there.
Yeah, and they're talking.
They
and
have
I'm
that
like,
classic line was
oh,
it? There's no such thing as a bad Pokemon.
Yeah, that's it.
Only bad or like bad trainers.
Bad
or
trainers,
something
I
like
think
that. Yeah,
so.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
It was good.
But back to Ma. And then Riko gets Menya back because
Yeah.
I think there's a scene where Ma is just like looking at Menya's butt again.
Yeah, and seeing that it's sore and hurt, and I think
Oh, you
Ma's
think
even,
it was feeling bad?
yeah, I
Okay,
think
because I was getting like a
scared again.
creepy kind of feeling
Oh.
from it.
Oh no. Okay, well, I didn't get a creepy feeling at all. I was
It
seeing.
was being regretful.
Yeah, I think Ma was seeing what it did to Menya, and it was kind of sad. Like it saw the bruising on Menya, and it was like, oh, like in a sense to me, it was like, this is the bad thing I
okay,
did. And
okay.
so after that, when Riko asked for Menya back, Ma actually like gives Menya in a nice way back to Riko.
right away.
And I feel like there
And
is
listens.
this understanding of like, this is something that you value, and I'm not gonna hurt it like I did before. So
That's interesting.
yeah, and I feel like Ma learned.
Oh, that's nice. Good for Ma.
Yeah, and Ma's alive.
And Ma's alive. And then Ma gives Menya back. And then Riko kind of leaves and is like, I'm going to go to the bazaar or the I don't know, the market.
Market, yeah.
And then you see Ma here. Ma's
Oh,
like crying, like all
yeah.
sad. But Riko comes by and actually invites Ma.
I know.
Which is really
Like
nice,
she,
actually.
like she kind of felt it, like that's why Ma was crying and everything. So I thought that was really nice of her, though.
Yeah, it was really nice of Riko. She did good.
She did
See,
good.
she's not all reckless and
She
bad.
did.
No, she did really good
She
here.
did
I
good.
think-
She did. In
I
that
think
moment, I'll say she did.
She has an uncanny ability to create friendships and create bonds, I think.
Yeah, I would
She
say.
did it with Prushka. She did it with Reg. She kind of did it with Nanachi.
Yeah.
It was mostly actually Reg and Nanachi in the together in the beginning. But
Yeah.
I think Riko and Nanachi are also very good friends as well.
Yeah.
And now maybe Ma?
Maybe
Maybe we
Ma.
got a new squad member?
New-
No, Ma is bound to this place.
Yeah.
I don't think Ma's gonna be
bound this way.
joining the-
But well, maybe from being with Riko, Ma will learn other things that it didn't get to learn. Since I don't know, it seems that Ma maybe is inexperienced having friends and how to treat other people's property.
Yeah, definitely learned from last time.
Yeah. But one thing that kind of caught me by surprise too was kind of when Riko was kind of saying, "Okay, I owe you a favor or something."
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
Ooh, you shouldn't be owing people favors,
you probably
Riko.
shouldn't say that because you.
But you can, I mean, you kind of
No.
save them, like
Yeah,
straight up.
I
Like
agree, I agree,
some
I
bad
agree,
stuff would
I
happen
agree.
to.
I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of just like, okay, but that means you're definitely gonna owe something. But since everything is kind of tied into like your soul's desires and stuff, I don't think there's any harm that might come of it.
Yeah, and Ma seems cool
Ma
now.
seems like good. I actually.
I think Ma was probably good from the beginning.
Yeah,
It's
I
just-
think Ma was good from the beginning.
But yeah. But the next thing I have actually is when they're kind of speaking to each other and like learning about each other, and it shows them kind of like walking away. There's like this weird, mysterious, like golden aura that is like around them
Oh.
in this scene, and then it has this kind of mystical music that plays,
Oh.
and I'm like, what's going? And it looks kind of similar to those bubbles that we saw in episode 2.
Oh.
Like there's this like golden aura that is surrounding them
I didn't notice
And-
that.
as they're speaking and walking away, and there's also this kind of mystical sound playing at the same time.
So we
So
just
yeah, I
kind
just
of.
paused it.
Yeah,
and,
we paused it and I had to look at it because like I didn't catch it the first time that there was that mist and this like sounds and everything. So what I was kind of getting from that is there is value being made.
Ooh, value. That's what I was thinking
So
too,
there's,
actually.
Like the music is kind of this like tinging sounds. I kind of feel like sounds like coins dropping or something. So I don't know. To
Coins
me,
forming.
forming.
Kind of.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like the coin. I wonder if that's the same sound. But I feel like because they're making this friendship, there's like value being made, and maybe there's something growing in Ma as value now, and or maybe even Riko's growing more in value because Ma is having a good time, and this is what the soul values: friendship. So yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you showed me that.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting, and like, yeah, I'm glad I showed you so you could bring up that whole value thing, because yeah, I was wondering what you would think, and yeah, value. I think maybe that is what's happening. Maybe value is being created here. So the next scene that we have here is Ma kind of going through the market with Riko. Riko kind of smells something here, and we get a restaurant scene.
Yeah,
actually.
restaurant. What? Even deeper into this society that we didn't get to see.
And then again, we get a small glimpse of like leader kind of telling Riko about her diarrhea and what you're supposed to do. And the next thing that you're supposed to do is eat no matter what, even if you have to force yourself. So she has to eat, right?
Yeah.
And then this is actually her first time eating at a place other than her aunt, or eating out in general. I think this is the first time that we actually get to, that's Riko's aunt is mentioned. Riko's aunt is actually Habo's wife. And Habo, who's that big guy that we see in like the first season.
Yeah.
But
he was the one who was supposed to catch them, right? Technically, and then he just kind of sees them off.
Yeah, and we never get to see Habo's wife or Riko's auntie like this in the anime. I don't think. Have we ever seen?
I don't think we have.
I think she's like a manga only character, and I think this is the first time that she actually gets mentioned. And yeah, I don't know. What do you think of that? Like, there's a character that you've never seen, right?
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, like in the anime, she just kind of casually says, "Oh yeah, I haven't ate there since my aunt's," and it's just kind of like, "Oh, okay, that's as much as I get."
Yeah. Well, guess what, Nicole? There's a character, Habo's wife, that's in the manga. Maybe you should read the manga.
Maybe.
I'm just kidding. You don't have to. But yeah, I just want to quickly mention that Habo's wife is mentioned here. I don't know if it's ever mentioned previously, but yeah, maybe we will get to see her one day.
Yeah,
in the
maybe.
anime. So yeah, they go into the restaurant, right?
Yeah, it's packed.
It's packed.
Man.
And why? Why is it so packed today? The market is really packed, and the restaurant is really packed as well.
Must be a cracking restaurant.
Is there something going on? Like, what's going on with the market? I think Riko mentions the market is even packed as well. It's not only just
maybe there's a festival in this layer. The festival of the 2,000 years. Woo! I'm just kidding.
Maybe we all just saw Faputa. I'm hungry.
Faputa came. Woo woo!
Let's party.
Time to party.
No. But yeah, and then Riko gets to try a new dish here, right?
Yeah, and actually this dish was shown in the title card.
Yes, that's right.
And
the title card, I forgot about that.
Oh, and like, like the title of the episode is friend, and then we were saying like Tomodachi, but I was like, there's this ball thing. Like, is that gonna be your friend?
When we saw the title card, I was like, what is that?
Yeah, totally.
I didn't even mention it at all, but yeah, apparently it's this dish.
Yeah.
And apparently it's roasted testicles.
Yeah, it's like a souffle. You pop it.
And then there's all these like things inside. They almost look like tongues.
They did look like tongues, not gonna lie, because they look like tongues. It reminded me of lengua, and I love lengua. You guys ever had lengua in your burrito? So good. But it's very important that they cook it well, because it's gonna be very chewy if it's poorly cooked.
Yeah, it has to be like braised, like almost like melting in your mouth.
Yeah,
like soft.
So good, you guys. If you get a chance, try it. Be adventurous.
Yeah, be like Riko.
Sort of.
At least with her food. I think she's very adventurous with her, like wanting to try new things.
I agree with that.
Like some people I think are very afraid to try new foods. But like the worst thing that can happen to you if you eat a food that you don't like is that you don't like it.
Yeah.
You know, like you're not gonna, or you get
diarrhea.
That's pretty much it.
It's not
but
great,
very rare, like in a restaurant situation or that you're gonna get diarrhea.
Yeah,
like,
I think it's just very important to always just kind of keep an open mind, and you can, at the very least, once you try it and you don't like it, you could be like, oh, I tried it and it's not my thing.
Also, if you did get diarrhea, that means that it wasn't good, right?
Yeah.
So
that means
that what you tried isn't a good representation of that food.
Yeah.
Right? That was in its worst state. You should maybe give it another shot, even though it gave you diarrhea.
Yeah.
Because that means it was bad.
Yeah.
Right? It was like foul. It was like rancid.
Yeah, something about that. Or hopefully you don't have an allergic reaction. That's the only other thing I could think of. But
But anyways.
But yeah.
Yeah, and we also
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
there was something.
The chef.
The chef. The chef.
The
Yes.
chef. So like man, when she's eating and she's like enjoying her food and the chef starts speaking the language that Riko speaks, I was like, what?
They speak the same
language. And then casually, of course, there's other ones that
so
speak
is
our
this
language.
a ganja person? Is this one a person that's from the ganja gang, or is it just another cave diver that turned into a hollow?
I don't know. I'm curious about that too.
Like their humanity's like intact. you know?
Yeah.
I mean, all of them are really. They speak their own language.
Yeah, and they have their own like feelings and the way they want to do stuff. Which actually, I know that we were talking about the when Riko kind of got basically almost kidnapped by those bad hollows. I just wanted to point out that like that was another thing that shows you like this village or where they live. Not everyone is just like these pure good hollows. Like it's kind of like a real society in a sense. There are still some bad apples.
Yeah, especially those ones in the dark alley.
Yeah,
over here.
especially the ones in the dark alley. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to point that out because I mean, initially when you get there, you're like, oh, everyone's nice and everyone's like all good, but they're not all good.
Yeah, even Kaja in the beginning, I'm like, I don't know about this guy.
Like, oh, your body.
Yeah, especially that part when they start talking about her body,
Yeah.
and then like it has this like, Kaja's eyes are glowing white, and it's
like
all
they
dark.
zoom in like
Yeah.
so. Yeah, it was really.
I think Kaja's cool.
Yeah,
right?
I think Kaja just really wants a body. I mean, Kaja wants a body so bad that Kaja is bringing Nanachi somewhere to get water and fruit so that Riko's body is still worth high value.
But yeah, this new character apparently speaks the same
Yeah,
language.
yeah.
And it's not only her. Apparently, it's
There's-
another character as
Yeah.
well, who's off to the right. One of the three stages is revealed
Yes.
as Wakukyan.
Yeah.
Wazukyan. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
and
always
you
have trouble with
totally
their names.
called it. You're
I
like,
did.
Those ones are specifically different, and they must be something special, and they
Well,
are.
Yeah. Okay. So and I said something about those three, right?
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
said the one with the half red.
The red, yeah.
And then the one
The
that
one
was like the
in-
snake thing, which
yeah.
we learned
Which
later
we
is
learned.
Bella.
Yeah,
And this one right here is Wazukyan.
yeah, and those are the three sages.
Yes, I totally got. Oh, I
mean-
I was wrong about Vueko. I thought Vueko was the one that was behind.
Yeah.
Behind Bella, for what we see as Bella
Yeah.
with the long red hair.
Yeah.
But maybe it could be. We haven't seen.
I mean, we
haven't
don't really know
seen-
where she is.
We haven't really seen Vueko's like what she's in, what
yeah,
she's contained
what is she
in.
contained in? But I mean, she seems to be like in her full self still.
But yeah, man, crazy.
Yeah.
We see one of the three sages
I know.
right here.
So-
Confirmation.
I know. So that means like, are they gonna speak? Are they gonna talk to each
Yeah,
other? 'Cause-
they are. I think so. Like, because all of the,
Yeah.
I'm sure all of the three sages and any of the ganja that are still there, that
Yeah.
are still that turned into hollows,
Yeah,
are gonna be able to speak the same language as them.
yeah.
So, and then
Ooh.
that kind of makes you think like, what's up with Kaja? Is they must be one of the ganja, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe they could be another cave diver, but I don't know.
Could be. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about Kaja 100%. Is Kaja Vueko and just controlling Kaja? Because like Vueko kind of has this like black stuff and just obviously viewing everybody at some kind of like station where they can see everything.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just another one of her puppets, but I
Maybe.
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't really know. But it then jumps to back to Nanashi and Kaja,
Yep.
and they're gonna meet Bella, right?
Yeah. And they go through some weird door that's kind of different from all the other doors. It's like opens and closes really fast and kind of very closed off from everyone else.
And then Kaja I think says like, Bella, I'm coming in, or Bella, I'm here, or something
Yeah,
like that along
yeah,
those lines.
yeah.
So this is pretty much hard confirmation that this is Bella, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So we pretty much. Oh, and then there's that last scene. But
Yeah.
Before we get there, we also see another character, right? Another character that we thought was dead.
Right?
This is the second character that we haven't that we see come back to life, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The first one was Ma,
Yep.
and now we see
Now?
another M character with a Mitty.
Mitty. Oh my gosh.
And Mitty apparently is in a pot and has her
Yeah.
eye back.
Yeah. Like what is happening? And is being used by Bella, but for what? We
For
don't
what
know.
purpose?
Yeah. What? Why are you using Mitty? What can you be using Mitty for?
Those are some good questions. I
Yeah.
don't really know.
That was just and then there's kind of a mysterious like thing that they say about when you find your treasure.
No, I have the quote here.
Oh, go for it.
It says, "Once one has finally found their treasure, one's value will transition and one's journey will end."
Yeah, what does that mean? So they say that as you're looking at Nanachi, looking at Midi, like, because what would be
Haku, right?
Haku, your most valuable thing, and to Nanachi, it must be Midi.
Yeah, that's your treasure.
And so
that's her treasure.
that's her
She always
treasure.
called Mitty her treasure.
Yeah, so
even when Mitty died,
Yeah.
like when she thought she vaporized
Yeah.
Mitty, she goes, "My treasure."
yeah, exactly.
God, that part
was
is so
sad. Oh my gosh, I even
My
thinking about
treasure,
it.
yeah.
And then she's there, and so like, but now the value will transition and your journey will end. What does that
So
mean
what?
for Nanachi?
Is
Yeah.
Nanachi, is that it for
Is that
Nanachi?
it?
Is she gonna stay here?
Is she gonna be? Yeah, is she bound to this place now that she has her
Your
treasure?
value will transition and one's journey will end. It's possible that we might lose Nanachi here.
Like, or is this like the end of their life when they finally find their highest treasure?
Mm.
That's one thing that I was kind of thinking about. Like, does that mean at the end, like you're gonna die?
I don't know. It's really interesting. I don't think she's gonna die. Maybe. But
Will Midi die? I mean, I know Midi was supposed to be immortal, but is it because she didn't find her treasure, which was Nanachi?
your journey will. I don't know.
Or it could just be like your journey will end because you finally found what you wanted in life.
I feel like it's almost like your journey will end and you're bound to this place now. Because like
'Cause-
you found your treasure here, you have the thing that's of greatest
Oh.
value to you.
Yeah.
And now your journey has ended because this is it. You're bound here.
Ooh, that is
I
some
feel like she's
interesting
gonna-
stuff. Yeah.
I think it's possible that because she's found her treasure, she has that value.
Yeah.
She might, and she's a hollow. She might be bound to this place now,
Ooh.
and she
interesting.
won't be able to leave.
Man,
And maybe
seems
that's
possible.
and maybe this is the end of Nanachi on the journey with us. She might stay here.
I mean, who knows? Maybe Riko and Reg will stay here too. I mean, if we're still going on
No
the
way. Riko still needs to go deeper. She needs to still find Liza, supposedly. There's still more.
Yeah.
There's still more to go on. Like that's why Riko's so valuable, right? She doesn't want to
she
sell her
desires
body.
more, yeah.
She desires more. She wants to see the bottom of the abyss. And that's it. Like I don't think Riko's going to be bound here.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and then lastly,
The last things, yeah.
we have the final scene here
Ooh, yeah.
of Bueko surrounded by seemingly the same black blobs that
blob.
the protection is.
The protection, right?
And she looks bound here. Like
Yeah.
she literally has a collar, a spiked collar around
Yeah.
her neck.
And they
she
show her
has
from
no
the
clothes
back.
on.
They show her from the back, and these things are like kind of in her back too. Like
And like she can't move, right?
she can't move. She's connected to
and
this.
her hair is
so long.
overgrown.
Yeah,
like
she's
crazy.
been there for a very long time.
Yeah, it's like someone who's
Yeah.
been there for a very long time
Yeah.
and can't move. So.
Yeah, and then something that's kind of interesting is that like she kind of these things that are being used as the protection like kind of go up to her in a way like they're alive themselves.
Yeah, and she like pets
She
one.
pets one, and I'm like, that's kind of very nice to these things that I thought I didn't think they were alive.
Yeah.
But now I'm kind of like,
Maybe
are
these are
these-
like the souls of like the
Yeah.
departed. Maybe
Yeah, or
that's
yes,
why.
yeah, see that's yeah. I was kind of totally on the idea. Like so I have a couple different ideas. So either these are souls of maybe people that maybe never found their treasure and they couldn't find their treasure ever, or they didn't have a treasure, or are these the criminals that get punished and now you're part of the protection, like you are bound to this and you're going to be part of the protection now? Or last thing is this the final closure? Like you get your treasure and now you become one with the village.
Oh, and then Nanachi becomes
And
one of the
Nanachi-
black things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking like these are probably people that have died in the past, and then like it was already going with that in that direction with this whole scene with Reg, with all of the flowers of fortitude, and again mentioning people's passing, people who have died in the past, and remembering them.
Oh, so maybe like they didn't actually just die and like they went away. Like anyone who's died in the abyss, like they went down to the protection.
Maybe because Voeko is like kind of like one of the nicer people. Maybe she remembered all the people that came and gone out of her lives, and then she was able to see their souls again in this form, this black goo form. Yeah, that's kind of it.
I don't know. She had a very caring nature about it when she was
Right.
petting one. So I was kind of like, there's something very that she's protecting or at least caring for.
But yeah, man.
Oh man.
That was one. So that's it. That's the
Yeah, that's-
three of them.
yeah.
We don't really get to see what like vessel or whatever she's in. This
Yeah.
could be inside of Kaja. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, that's pretty much the three sages right here.
Yeah.
We have Wazukian, Belef,
Mm-hmm.
and Vueko all pretty much revealed all
Yeah.
of their identities there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the three sages,
Wow. How did that
Crazy.
happen?
guys. All in one episode too.
I know, right? And assuming that maybe Raputa is Irumi, like that's another possibility.
Mhm.
But man, what a crazy episode.
What a crazy episode.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Wow. It was a good one.
It was
I
good. It was
enjoyed
really good. There were so many things that like I was like, what is? I mean, seriously. In the beginning, we were kind of like, this episode was so like, what?
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 Yeah, I don't know. There were so many shockers.
Yeah.
Like, what?
What?
Minnie's alive.
What? Ma's alive. What?
The three
What? The
sages.
three sages?
I mean,
What?
dude.
Yeah.
That was an epic episode.
Yeah,
honestly.
it was good. It was really good. Really
Yeah,
good.
really
I
good.
enjoyed it a lot.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's probably going to be
Yeah.
it for us today.
Yeah.
If you guys like this, maybe go down below. Hit that
Do, do,
lickety,
do,
lickety
do,
like
do.
button.
Yeah.
Maybe consider subscribing. It helps Algorithm Senpai notice us that little bit more. We're getting closer and closer to 5K
Yeah,
actually.
we're
So
almost there. We're almost there.
yeah, we're almost
So,
there, guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you guys for all your support
Yeah,
and
really,
subscribing
thank
to
you.
us. It means so much to us, like
Yeah.
honestly. And yeah, thank you for leaving all those comments down
Yeah.
there. I'm sorry I haven't replied to them just yet. I am going to reply to them very soon.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and lastly, yeah, we want to say thank
yeah,
you.
thank you.
Thank
and
you so
let
much.
us know what you guys think, or if we missed anything, your theories.
Yeah, what are you guys'
Yeah.
theories? What are you guys thinking here? There's like, what's the connection here that we have with
Yeah.
Reg and
Paputa.
Paputa?
Yeah.
Like, what's their mysterious
Ooh, I
past?
know,
What
what is-
was that golden aura?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What is Belef using MIDI for?
Yeah, what is Bella?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yep.
That's going to be it for us today. Thank you once again,
Thank you.
and we will catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Later.